Hello everyone, this is NielsensTV2 of Denmark. Yes, guys, today we are going to travel to the beautiful country of Russia. Russia with love. Yes, guys. And today we are going to watch this video of this YouTuber named Walter's World. And he has this video about visit Russia, 10 shocks of visiting Russia. So this is
shocks.
So this is also very interesting, you know, because we've been reacting number of videos from Russia, and very interesting to know more about
what
Russia.
Could shock us now?
Yeah. So
it's
maybe he finds
we
new.
have been in Russia now.
After we've been reacting number of videos from Russia. So guys, if you're new to our channel, you're very much welcome to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so that you will be notified every time we have a new video. So let's get started.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World. And today we're in St. Petersburg, Russia for the 10 things that are going to shock travelers when they come here to Russia. So let's get started. And the first thing that shocks people when they come here are the people. And some of it is the service when you're here or lack of service. Yes, don't expect a lot of service when you come to Russia. It can be shockingly bad and time-consuming and just frustrating. And yes, sometimes it seems like they don't care and they don't smile back, and that kind of shocks some people. But look, they're not mean, they're just reserved. And the thing is, when you get to know Russians and they open up to you, they can be some of the most fun.
This is also very interesting. Yeah.
Well, that's what they say about us.
Yeah, it's like also Danes. They're very. You have to know them before they will open up.
Scandinavia, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably
very
also
reserved.
Germany.
Yeah, very reserved people. But if you know them, so they will blah blah blah. So let's continue, guys.
Fun people ever. I mean, I've had so many great parties and great dinners and great times with my Russian friends I've made around the world. I mean, have you ever had a party and then when you go to sleep, someone tries to sew you into your bed? Yeah, that's the fun stuff that Russians do. And when I've had the chance to meet the people, you know, and when it's really helped is just knowing a few words of Russian can turn that stone face into a, hey, you could be a friend of mine.
Spasibo. Thank you in Russia. Spasibo. Okay.
Пожалуйста.
Пожалуйста. Okay, please. Okay, these are very interesting words. It's very important to know. Especially this thank you. Spasibo. Yeah.
Kind of thing, and it really makes a difference. So do try to learn a little bit so you can meet the people, because I can't tell you how many cabbage rolls I have eaten over the years from babushkas, grandmas that, you know, the grandmas of my friends are like, oh, Mark, he's home alone, he needs friends, and they'll be like, bring him over. You know, I've had times where it's, hey Mark, my friend Max, his mom's like, well, Max would call, it's like, my mom, my grandma said you have to come over because you need to eat, because they were worried about me. I mean, the people really are super hospitable when you get to know them. That's why you should take the time. If you're going to go on the Trans-Siberian Highway, bring a deck of cards and something to drink so you can share and play cards and gamble and stuff like that.
Okay, we also talk about this. We also reacted this Trans-Siberian train. Yeah, this is very interesting.
Because you will get to know the people, and it is quite fun to meet them and hang out with them. And that's why I really want to say is it shocks people that yes, that service can be so bad, but this people can really be wonderful when you get a chance to actually meet them. So if you get a chance to, do meet them, all right? Now, the second thing that shocks people when they come here is actually deciphering the language. Look, Russian is the Cyrillic alphabet. You will not understand anything, and it shocks people when they come here and think, oh, well, I'm sure they know some English or something like that. No, look, Russia's one of the largest countries in the world in population size and things like that, and so they focus on Russian, just like in the US. It's all in English. Here it's all in Russian, and finding people that speak English is sometimes hard to find outside of, you know, some of the major cities, and even in places like St. Petersburg and Moscow, you don't always get a lot of English around there, even in the tourism industry. So make sure you do know a little bit. And remember what I told you, knowing a little bit of Russian can really warm people up. So a spasibo, you know, thank you, and a pivo, you know, for a beer, or hey, let's get a pivo, you know, let's get a drink. Oh, hey, you know some stuff. It really opens people up. And yes, does, yes, and is, no, and things like that. But it is one of those things. And I'd also say, yeah, where, that's one of the things you should know. But it is really cool. And the thing is, though, it is really hard to decipher the letters. So before you come, make sure you at least try to get an idea of what the letters sound like the backward.
Very beautiful, you know, very beautiful country. This St. Petersburg, I really want to.
St. Petersburg?
Yeah.
Yes, it's not that far.
Yeah, would be nice to travel this St. Petersburg because they have this very beautiful architecture. Yeah.
Words R is a ya, and then there's a D that looks weird, and you got you think it's a P, but actually makes an R sound. It can get kind of confusing, and when you're taking the metro and you're looking for places and you can't figure it out, it can get really shocking and scary for people. So I do recommend get a Google Translate app and download the offline version, so you can just take a picture of things and it'll translate it for you. It will make your life a lot easier, but you will be shocked how you have really no clue when it comes to Russian language. Now, the third thing that's going to shock you are the churches, specifically the Russian Orthodox churches on the outside, with the onion domes and all the colorings. But for me, it's the insides of the churches. So you're going to go to St. Basil or the Spilt Blood Church here in St. Petersburg. They're just gorgeous with the icons inside, the gold and the silver and all these things. It is truly amazing. And you go in, you're like, wow. I mean, you go into so many churches where you just go, wow, and you get shot by that
you
beauty.
Will see a wow. So, yeah, this is really wow.
We could start by visiting the Russian church in Copenhagen.
Do we have a... Okay. I don't know. Where in Copenhagen?
Looks very nice also.
In Copenhagen. Is it a big church in Copenhagen?
It's a very big church, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So it would be interesting.
Don't skip the churches when you come here. Go and enjoy them because they really are shockingly beautiful. Now, the fourth thing that shocks people when they come to Russia is they realize that, wait, there's more than St. Petersburg and Moscow. Yes, you can go to the Kremlin in Moscow, but you know what? You can go to the Kremlin in Kazan. Kremlin means citadel. That's where the church and the walls and all these things are, and you can really see it in lots of different places, and Russia has a lot of great places to check out. Yes, St. Petersburg with the Hermitage and the Winter Palace and the river here, and all these kind of things are super awesome to do. And in Moscow with the Kremlin, Red Square, and seeing Lenin, yeah, it's great. But getting out and exploring Russia is really a fantastic thing. So, for me, I know when I was doing my research, I'm like, man, Kazan with the mosque there and the Kremlin there just looks gorgeous, and I really want to check it out. Go on a Volga River cruise, something like that. You have all these things that are really.
Russia is a very big country, so there's a lot.
Very big. So going from St. Petersburg to Vladivostok, then it's a totally different thing, I guess.
But I think if we travel, we will start with.
If you go all the way through, then they are not that far from Vladivostok to the Philippines. You are already in that end of the world.
Amazing. So don't be shocked when you realize that. Hey, wait, it's not just St. Petersburg and Moscow. No, this place is huge. And that leads to the next shock is how insanely huge Russia is. Look, Russia goes from one side of Asia to the other side of Asia and then into Europe. Okay, it's huge, and that Trans-Siberian Highway that Trans-Siberian Railroad will take you days, weeks, maybe a month to go through it all. So you really need to realize the size of this place is enormous, and especially if you're going to even the cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg. When you look at a map for a Berlin or a London, you think, oh, I can walk that. Or Rome, I can walk that. St. Petersburg, when you see these things, you go, man, that is too big. You don't realize you can't really walk those distances. It's so big. So make sure you do use that public transport because it is very helpful. It goes lots of places and makes a big difference. And yes, you can bring your kids here too. It's not a big deal. And with that size, you really need to plan ahead with flights and transportation because of the distance and time it takes. It really is more helpful to have a better idea when you get there, so you're not trying to go place to place to place.
So I think before going to Russia, you have to plan it. You have to know.
Yeah, well, I think that goes for anywhere you want to go.
Yeah, but when we were traveling here around Europe, we just walked.
We just went away and walked.
You really need to plan it out beforehand because of those distances. Now, another thing that's going to shock you when you come here is the weather. And I'm going to tell you, the weather is no joke. Sometimes you can have great, summer nights like we are here, the white nights here in St. Petersburg, and that is really cool. The daylight through the summer is fantastic. But when winter comes, it is dangerously cold, and you need to be careful when you are here, all right? So when you are coming, make sure you bring clothes to layer up, bring those warm clothes. Even in the summer, make sure you got those layers because it will get chilly once the sun doesn't really go down, but once it starts to hover near the horizon, you want to be careful with that. Now, the seventh thing that shocks people when they come here is safety can be an issue, whether it is pickpockets in St. Petersburg or Moscow, or it's getting ripped off by taxi drivers, or it's people trying to rip you off just in general. These things do happen to tourists, and it does shock them how often these things happen. And it's not just in the tourism industry and stuff like that. I've got shook down by police when I've been here. These kind of things do happen, and so you want to be prepared. So make sure, if you're not, I mean, evenings, finish up and head back to your hotel. Ask your hotel where you should go or shouldn't go. You do really need to pay attention with these things. And I would say with the safety kind of thing, I don't recommend, don't take pictures of the police, don't take pictures of government buildings, or like military buildings and stuff like that.
It's not allowed. Okay.
No, I would say military building.
Military building, okay.
You should never take pictures of military buildings anywhere.
Okay. So, very interesting information.
I mean, you can take a picture of the Kremlin for those things, but you do want to be careful when you are here. And probably the most shocking of all those safety things is the traffic. When you'll see, when you go on YouTube, you'll see the traffic dash cams around Russia, and you'll be like, oh my God, these people drive crazy. They do drive crazy. And when you're in the crosswalk, it's like they're aiming for you. You got to be really careful with that, okay? So just heads up on that one. The eighth thing that's going to shock you when you come here is sticker shock. Russia is expensive, whether it's getting your visa costs, hotels, restaurants. For tourists, it can be quite expensive proposition coming here, and you will be shocked that sometimes there's two prices, one for the locals and one for travelers. So you will have to pay more for museums or other things. So just be ready for that. Don't be shocked by it. Just realize it can happen. And
very interesting that there's two.
Yes, well, that happened in Dubai also.
Oh yeah, you said before
one
both,
price for Europeans, and then there was this price for Russian. So that was just opposite. I don't know. Maybe it was some guy in Dubai who visited Russia and noticed that there was a difference in the price. So it's payback when they go to Dubai.
Yeah.
And don't try to trick them, because you'll be shocked when they'll realize, dude, you're not Russian, okay? Now, the ninth thing that's going to shock you when you come here is the hassle and the pain in the buttness of getting your Russian visa. You gotta, this is one of the things you gotta be planning as like a month in advance. It's not something you can do last minute to come. You really have to think about this, because it can take with an agency like 4 or 5 days, or it could take up to a month if you're doing it on your own. And getting the invitations, the hotel stuff, it's shockingly frustrating to do. So just a heads up on that, okay? And the 10th thing that's gonna shock you is when you're in Moscow, yes, you really can see Lenin's body. No, you probably can't take pictures when you are there, but you can see him. So I hope you like your 10 shocks. If you want to learn more about visiting Russia, things you're going to love and hate, what you don't do when you come here, check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Okay. This is a very interesting information.
Yes.
Because, for us, if we haven't traveled in, especially Russia, and there are many, this do's and don'ts, and it's very important to know this before traveling, otherwise you get problems. Yeah.
Yes, but I would say many of these problems you can experience anywhere in the world. And this thing about the traffic, I don't know if this guy ever tried visiting the Philippines, but
yeah, my country is like, the people, especially in Manila, though it's green or green or red or green, so still you have to just go with the flow. Yeah. So just it's very important, But it's very nice that Walter's World share his experience, when he's in Russia. Yeah. So a new knowledge that we get from Russia.
Yes, it could be interesting if the Russians actually agree. With what Walter just said here. So.
Yeah. To our Russian friends out there, let us help. I think we have one who's always living.
We have one Russian friend.
No, we have many Russian friends, but we have. He's always following our post every time we have a video. Jonathan Frost, I think his name is Jonathan Frost.
Doesn't sound Russian, but
we always explaining every time we have a video. If I will find it in our YouTube channel, our latest video that we have uploaded from Russia also. We have uploaded this one. Okay. This one with the winter. No, not this one. That winter here. This one with the very cold. This guy named Andreas Faust. Yeah, and he knows actually. He knows a lot.
Sounds German, but
I'm not sure. Are you German, Andreas?
But
he's
even though he could still be.
He knows a lot about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
it's not allowed not knowing much about Russia, even though you are. I mean, it is allowed to know a lot about Russia, even though you are from Germany, if you are.
So guys, thank you for watching our reaction video. I hope you like our reaction video. If you have more requests, you can always write into the comment section. And if you're new to our channel, you're very much welcome to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so that you will be notified every time we have a new video. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.